the most, the freest advertising.
And you want to know something? They're closed.
They are?
Yes.
Oh, well, then nobody's on the take with that one. That's good. All right, that's good.
Yeah.
Had an interesting week. Saw you a little bit of it.
Yes, right. We went to NatP together.
Yeah, I heard somebody was telling you that you were not saying it correctly.
Yes, I've got that on tape.
Well, all righty. Anyway, I went down to Miami to pick up the new ship that Carnival's just launched about 6 months ago, I guess, called the Sensation. And was there for a day, left in Nassau, flew to the NatP convention with you and Gelman and Mary Kellogg and everybody, then went back via San Juan, back to the ship. Yeah. And on the way, you know, in the Caribbean, you always have to take your passport and go through customs and everything. And I was trying to go through the customs in Nassau to get to Miami, and stopped and gave the gentleman my passport and everything. And he said, he looked at it, he goes, "Oh, Kathie Lee, I love the show. I just got Mr. Regis and Mrs. Regis's autograph." Mrs. Regis, I thought that was cute. A couple of months ago, would you sign it? And of course, you got all your stuff, because it was, you know, I didn't want to check luggage because I knew I was only going to be in there a short time. So I've got everything but the babies. I left them on the ship, and I wanted to bring them. Believe me.
She left them with the crew. Let them play with the crew. Just kidding.
So anyway, the guy takes it. We spent about 5 minutes there, and you know, a line behind you at customs. They're very hot. They're very hot.
Yeah,
that you're waiting. And this guy wanted an autograph for his wife Guadalupe. So
how do you spell that? G-A?
G-U-A. Yeah. So nice thing, and I said, you know, we talked, and he was talkative, and I left, and I dragged all my stuff. Went about 1.5 miles. Anytime, I mean, what a way we welcome people in our nation. I mean, every customs place I've ever been to is the most circuitous, longest, most impossible route. Finally get to the gate, go to get my ticket, and he has kept my passport.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So that was the highlight of my week, basically.
Oh,
no, Reach, you know what? I did a little investigative journalism while I was on the ship.
Really?
I went back to the ship. You know, it was a year ago that you had your little heart situation.
Yeah, just about.
And I couldn't figure out why it had to happen on a Carnival fun ship cruise, you know, so.
Too much fun.
So I did a little digging, yeah, and I found out why. This was causing your heart palpitations last year, Reach.
Oh, yeah. You know, I well remember that the camera was on me. I said to her, "Turn around real quick."
You told her to turn around all week, as I remember. And then this is what was causing my heart palpitations. Remember, of course, Frank. What a guy. What a guy. Yeah. I finally discovered what was causing the cruise palpitations. That's what they do between breaks. And finally, in all the years that I've been shooting for Carnival, it's 10 years now that I've been spokesperson for them, I've seen a lot of, well, I don't know what that means, but thank you. I have seen a lot of technological advances in this world. We've seen amazing things happen, and think about it, in the last 10 years. But this, I never thought I'd see. This is the latest sunwear just to keep those ultraviolet rays from hurting you. And this is part of our crew, wearing the latest in sunwear.
Oh, the little umbrella
There's Brian
hats.
and Henry and Ed. Yeah, yeah.
Incidentally, if you don't mind, I'll just...
You want that other one? Yeah, that's him. Yeah, you might want to show that to Joy. By the way, she was banned from the ship. She's never allowed to come on board again.
All right, let's talk Super Bowl last night, all right? For the first half, Buffalo looked awfully good. As a matter of fact, went out in front, and I thought just for a second there that they were going to pull it off.
You know, Reach, I didn't realize until Frank just told me that Buffalo has never won the Super Bowl. I thought they'd won it tons of times.
Oh, no, no.
Now I feel terrible for them.
Yeah.
4 years in a row.
4 years in a row. And I think this was their toughest loss because they
really
were ahead at halftime. They had the rhythm, you know, they had Dallas totally out of their game, and then they go ahead and look. What about the big story, our commercial?
Some big story.
The phone rang, and people were saying to me, "Is that it?" Totally humiliating. I am outraged. Get me Cavallo, and son, and get me now. I'm telling you, I just couldn't believe it.
Frank said, "Boy, is Regis going to have fun with this tomorrow."
We didn't have a line. We didn't have a word. We said nothing.
Well, you could barely tell it was us.
I couldn't believe it. Next time Nike calls, send them down an 8x10 glossy. Leave us out of it. It was totally ridiculous.
I thought it was hysterical.
Oh, my God.
You got to look at it this way, Regis. It's the most money you ever made for 5 minutes of work in your life.
not the money. I want to be heard on Super Bowl.
I know it.
I should be heard.
You should be. You should be.
Cut out. Ignominiously cut out.
I think it's because you made fun of Pitka.
Yeah, the big director.
The director.
My name,
Pitka. You said you had a little too much fun with Pitka, and he had a little fun with you in the editing room.
Yes. Thank you, Pitka. What was your favorite commercial?
I liked the Chevy Chase one.
I thought so, too.
I thought that was the smartest thing he could have done. Absolutely the smartest thing. I thought the rest were I thought they were boring this year.
Did you see that? I mean, they actually got rated in USA Today. Did you see that?
Missed that.
I guess it's in...
the sports section.
Yeah, but they said the first one, the best one, according to their...
Money.
Yeah. Oh, according to their was the chimp. Now, you know, I didn't pay any attention to the chimp. But the chimp, what does he do? He drinks he's a chimp. And he drinks a Pepsi Light. Is that what it is?
I don't know. Pepsi, it says.
And he stays a chimp. What they expect? I don't get it.
You know, I thought the Cindy Crawford one with Kramer was cute. Yeah, that was cute.
Cindy Crawford that goes into the Pepsi deprivation tank, you know, and stays there. And you know what happens to her when she doesn't get any Pepsi in her system? She turns into Rodney Dangerfield. Which is kind of funny.
That'll make you drink.
But I thought Chevy's was about the best. But some people thought, well, maybe it reaffirmed the illusion that he's a loser, you know, because he lost that show and it got canceled.
No, to me it showed he was an absolute winner because he could laugh at the situation. He knows he's talented. He knows it ain't over.
Ours came in just in the middle of the range there.
Well, you know, we were
I could have saved it if I had one word.
But do you still get it? I still don't understand that commercial.
Well, you know, somebody was saying that these commercials are little movies within themselves, and sometimes the product is almost forgotten.
Yeah.
But what they're banking on is that Michael Jordan is so associated with Nike that if you think of Jordan, you'll think of the shoes he wears, I guess. But you're right. I mean, the product was kind of lost in the whole thing. It was really a Michael Jordan spot.
I think I'm trying to get Michael to do a Carnival Cruise Line with me, and Frank said, yes, right. You know, I mean, it'll start maybe at $2 million for him to say, hi, I like to cruise. That's it. You know?
It's expensive. Now, did any of you, you know, the damage stories have been just so horrendous between the earthquake out in California.
They've had over 3,000 quakes since then, tremors.
Yeah, that's right. Had a big one on Friday night.
Oh, unbelievable.
And here in New York, with that rainstorm and with the terrible weather, 30,000 potholes were created over the weekend. 30,000.
To add to the 300,000 we already had.
And I noticed them coming home. I went up there this weekend for the first time since New Year's. We just drive in, and all of a sudden we hear psh, go out to the garage, and one of those pipes out there from an old water conditioning unit had burst. I mean, the spigot just flew off the pipe, you know, and water was gushing out.
That happened to our house yesterday.
Now, you know, if we hadn't been there, that happened last month, the whole place would have gone down, you know?
Would you have sued Warner Wolf at that point?
Oh, no.
Because, I mean, what's it going to take? How much can you take, Reach, as a homeowner?
There was an old water conditioning unit there, and I had it taken out by Culligan Man. And Culligan Man did not take out the pipes. Culligan Man took out his Culligan unit, left me the pipes, and so the pipes burst and that water came out. But I kept thinking, if this had happened last week, you know, it happened 20 minutes before we got there. So Tom Batista came over and plugged the thing in, you know, temporarily.
Not Steve, I don't need the money?
No, Steve, poor I don't need the money. He tried to get over to our house. 3 hours he got caught up in the traffic snarls, you know, of the Merritt Parkway. Never reached us. But Tom came there, and he's like the good wrench guy around the neighborhood. He fixed it temporarily. Next day, we got a plumber. Now, it's Saturday. It's a plumber.
It's expensive.
It's Connecticut. Ooh. Very expensive. I swear to you, this plumber drove up, and I knew I was a dead man when this guy drove up in a Cadillac.
When he's driving a better car than you got, you are dead. He's got to pay for that, Reed.
My heart sank. The guy came in a Cadillac. And I had to make a little joke. I said, is this your truck?
A Cadillac truck?
I asked him, is this your truck? Because I wanted to defend myself a little bit, you know. He said, oh, no. He said, I couldn't get my truck started, so I took my wife's Cadillac. I said, what was wrong with your rolls? You know.
What did it end up costing you?
I don't know. He's going to mail me the bill.
Oh, don't let him do that.
Yeah.
You find out right ahead of time.
Let them mail you the bill. because then you've got no recourse, you know?
Well, you can take your time mailing back the check.
What did you say? Take my time mailing back?
Yeah.
Oh, mailing back his check. Yeah, right.
Sometimes they want the cold, hard cash in their hand, their hot little hand before they leave the house.
But that's nothing compared to the damage that some people have experienced in this whole thing.
Oh,
It's still going on.
I think the worst thing is when somebody, not the worst, but never mind. You can't complain at a time like that.
That's right, you really can't.
No.
All right.
What else is going on? Reach, did you miss me at all? I heard that Christina did a lovely job as usual.
Wants your job so badly.
Oh.
Now,
I hear she said to Gelman, this is what I hear. She said, why can't Kathy and I host together sometime when Regis is on vacation or gone for whatever reason? And apparently she was given a very unsatisfactory answer because she had seen you co-host with Tony Danza, 2 men before, and she thought maybe there was a little sexist harassment going on. I don't personally know, but that's pretty much...
Who told you that she said?
I have my spies. They're everywhere.
I guess Gelman told you that because...
No, I didn't tell her.
No.
But I told her that there would be no sexual chemistry between the two of them like there is between the two of you.
Well, there's a whole bunch between the two of us. If this is sexual chemistry, then the world will have no more population.
Yeah. The human race is doomed if this is sexual chemistry. But, you know, Gelman, you're not kidding when you say that because we have heard you use this sexual chemistry. We've seen it in print.
Yeah, we're tired of that.
Gelman once gave somebody one of his more thoughtful analysis of what makes this show go. And he tells this reporter, sexual chemistry. We could have killed you, Gelman. We want to
Frank just laughed.
Gelman, there's more sexual chemistry between us. But anyway, no, but in your mind, I know you. But anyway,
in my mind, that's true.
So where are we? Oh yeah. So Christina and you. I think it'd be a wonderful. I couldn't care less.
You know what he said? It would be too much like girl talk. Girlfriend talk.
That's not a direct quote.
That's not a direct quote, he says. Well, I wasn't here, but this is what I hear.
Well, I think you were right. As I recall, I did hear that. And now that he reminds me, he did say to her, yeah, no sexual chemistry. So. What do you want from me? I'm just trying to make a living. But when I saw that guy come in a Cadillac...
So you know, I finally stopped watching the Super Bowl last night because Cody wanted to watch Superman on ABC. So I got in bed with Cody and we watched Superman for a while, and I don't know how the end of the commercial... Were we in it ever again?
Never again.
Oh, I didn't think so.
Never again, no. No, we were just in the first one, and then it was just looking at Steve and going...
Major disappointment in your career.
Yeah, but we had an interesting week or a few days in Miami at least, and you know, I shot a lot of tape while I was down there.
I know you do.
You weren't part of it, and what we're going to show you a visit through NAPT.
No.
Boy, that convention drives me crazy.
You know how you can remember it? You know how we all hate to go to NATP and it just bugs you?
Yeah.
Think NAT.
NATP, yeah, NATP. Anyway. Let us show you some of the things. Gelman has put together a montage of some of the things that we'll be showing you this week, as a matter of fact. Here we are in Miami.